Hey guys, it's Eric with the Miller Park Minute, where we're throwing strikes and getting likes, hitting dingers, and getting listeners back again with another episode of the podcast. Talking Brew Crew again tonight. Little victory over the Orioles, a little walk-off. We're going to talk about why that's important, the importance of beating a team like the Orioles. We're going to talk about the standings and the Brewers moving back up top. We're also going to cover just a little bit of everything, I guess. We're going to talk about the injury updates. We're going to talk about this team, what we saw tonight, breaking streaks, you name it. But first, let's talk about where you can find the podcast. Of course, we are on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, Rumble, TikTok, in short clip form now. So if you haven't seen the TikToks yet, go check out the TikToks. We are also now on Radio Public, Pocket Cast, iHeartRadio, you name it, we're there. Basically everywhere you can find podcasts. We put reels out on Instagram. Sometimes we do have an Instagram account. We have a Twitter account. So reach out, guys. We appreciate all of your contacts and communications, your kind words, and your feedback on our show. So if you want to support the show, you can click that little link down below on YouTube, hit join. You get signed up for exclusive membership perks, that kind of thing. You can be at Super Chats, notified of new videos, get videos early. My glasses are all crooked on camera. I'm sorry. You can also support us over on Patreon, patreon.com/MillerParkMinute. And again, similar perks and exclusives for both of those said things. My glasses are just sideways no matter what I do. So and then if you want to save some money on some tickets, go over to, that is so bad, go over to SeatGeek and put in the code Miller Park Minute. Let's talk about this game. Let's talk about the good, the bad, and the downright ugly of tonight's game. So it goes without saying, there wasn't a lot of bad, obviously, in a victory of intendings 4-3. We moved back into first place in the NL Central tonight. The Crew had 8 hits with 4 runs scored. So 4 runs on 8 hits tonight. No W for Peralta, no decision there. Strikers lucky actually got the W because it was first walk-off hit by Joey Wiemer. Now, Joey Wiemer had a walk-off sac fly earlier this season. This was his first walk-off hit. So Peter Strzelecki was counted as the winner. So let's talk about good. Christian Yelich went 3 for 4 tonight. 2 doubles, a walk, and 2 stolen bases. Good stuff. Bryce Turing hit out of his slump with a 2 for 4 night, triple, a walk, an RBI, and a stolen base. So it's good to see that. And then, of course, Joey Wiemer with the walk-off hit. He was hitless in 4 at-bats prior to that. So before he got that hit, he was hitless. Otherwise, across the board, we're still struggling a little bit on the offensive side. Freddie Peralta did go a solid 5 innings, giving up 6 hits, only 2 earned runs, striking out 9, so pretty solid performance. Did give up the 1 homer. Across the board, earned runs, Piamps did give up the run to give up the lead. Then McGill shut it down. Williams shut it down with 2 strikeouts. And Strzelecki had 2 strikeouts. So overall on the day, we had 16 strikeouts by the pitching staff. Another solid outing there. I'd say the only bad to this is the lack of overall offense. We got it where we needed it tonight. That's important. I think with our offense and the struggles we've seen so far with the offense this season, I think that's important to see the good and a guy like Wiemer coming in and being able to hit that walk-off single is hugely important, especially with the struggles that he's had. He's only batting .213 at this juncture. So that's very good to see. Urias still had no hit yet on the season. So that's not good to see, but he's getting back. So, I mean, he's played a total of 3 games now. So we'll give him a break on that one. The downright ugly, there's nothing really downright ugly tonight. I say that every night, but I really mean it. The walk-off by Weimer was the solid moment of the game. So let's check on our injuries real quick. Let's talk about it. Eric Lauer, non-throwing shoulder, has as of today is beginning rehab assignments, and so is JB Backhouse. Some more potential for relief or even a starting pitcher out of Lauer there. As of June 6th, Matt Bush and Jesse Winkler and Wade Miley scheduled for rehab assignments. So it looks like everybody's kind of starting their rehab assignments. Willie Adames continues his rehab with AAA now. It looks like he is moved on to AAA. So we're starting to see these guys get back, which is a good thing. Somebody asked me earlier, what does it take? And I said, well, I think, once we get guys back from the injuries, I think we are going to be in a lot better position. So the other thing, we got Burns on the hill tomorrow. I want to talk about this because I didn't mention this enough yesterday when I was previewing this series, and I think it's very crucial. It's very crucial to mention this. The Orioles are one of the top teams week after week. If you don't listen to the power rankings or read the power rankings yourself, they're right up behind Tampa Bay week after week, and they've been good. It's kind of been a 2-year oncoming for this team, and they are very good. So for those of you who say we can't beat the best in baseball, this is your proof. We can't win against the good teams. The Orioles are no longer a bottom dweller. So anyone who thought that didn't realize we fought a fight tonight, and we won the battle. There's a little battle today against the Baltimore Orioles. And that in and of itself is a challenge. And I've said it every time we play the AL East. The AL East teams are the toughest teams in baseball, and I mean that when I say that. It's going to be a fight for them, and unfortunately, a really good team is going to miss out of the playoffs. But the Orioles right now, 37-23, 617 win percentage. They are 5 games back of first place with a 37-game winning. They're 4-6 in the last 10. They lost obviously today. Render differentials plus 29 in comparison to ours at being in a negative 20. So just so you don't think we're beating slouches, Orioles ain't a slouch anymore. They're one of the top teams in the game, and that's very important. So there is an article, and we've talked a little bit about the All-Star game and essentially where I feel we are. Who should go? And my vote on that is Devin Williams, always Devin Williams. I'm going to read an article here that's going to highlight one player from every team that should go. And of course, what do we do with these articles that mention one Milwaukee Brewers player? We're going to go find it. Ooh, it's a shocker. And I did, side note, mention this guy. One of the other players that I mentioned here and that was mentioned in this conversation was William Contreras. William Contreras would be the only other Brewer that I would think would be close to an all-star appearance. And he's been pretty consistent all the way through. So I think William Contreras and Devin Williams could be our all-stars. Almost forgot about him. He's so good. You don't even think about it. Like catching's pretty well wrapped up. So I haven't seen, and this is just from everything I've looked at, I haven't seen a whole lot of news as far as what they're saying with this whole thing where we may lose the team. I haven't seen any of that come to fruition, which makes me believe that I don't think it's as serious as they make it sound. Top pitching prospect Jacob Morosky is reportedly being promoted to High A, Wisconsin. Cool. Tyler Black tied a Shuckers franchise record. Montecero could end up forcing another rookie back to the minors. Who are they saying? This is a fan article, so let's immerse them. Oh, they're saying Turing's fine. Turing's staying. I've already said this. I ain't gonna debate that one anymore. I ain't debating that with anybody because Turing's your guy. He's been the guy for a while now. And they learned with Keston. Let him hit out of it for a while. It looks like there was an article posted today asking you shall receive. Bipartisan group of Wisconsin legislative leaders considered a new proposal aimed to keeping the Milwaukee Brewers in Wisconsin that could provide them annual payments for the next 27 years instead of a lump sum of $290 million Governor Evers proposed. So they're funding payments in part through income tax revenue from the professional baseball players from the professional baseball players instead of from the state's nearly $7 billion state surplus like Evers proposed. Senate Majority Leader Devin LeMahieu. If we're going to make steady payments to keep them here until 2050 or whatever the lease amount period ends up being, just pay for it over the long run when salaries continue to rise. That works as well. Excuse me. Evers' proposal linked the ball club is linked to the ball club extending the lease publicly owned American Family Field to the end of 2043. It now expires in 2030. But it says they need bipartisan support. Yeah, they're just talking about what it would need. I mean, excuse me, no new information on that. On that front. I've been fighting a cold, I'm sorry. Excuse me. So, that being said, little short one for you tonight, guys. This is all I got. There's no other news in the world of Brewers, but we did win. Thank God. Beat a very good team in the Baltimore Orioles. So as always, guys, like, subscribe. Remember to keep it here for Brewers content. We are back every morning at 5:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. So have a great day. Go Brewers. And as always, we'll see you tomorrow.